A classic that made its debut in 1993 returns to the big screen in this version, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. And we go to movie writer Mike Scott for his take on this one. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning to you.
So it'll probably win the box office.
It'll definitely win the box office, and it'll win over audience members who love dinosaurs, who really love dinosaurs, because it's got a lot of dinosaurs.
Or really love the Jurassic Park.
No, necessarily, because it's got the dinosaurs, but it really doesn't have anything else to recommend it, as far as I'm concerned. This is director J.A. Bayona's sequel to the 2015 franchise reboot, Jurassic World. And it's got dazzling effects. It's got dazzling dinosaur effects. Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt return to play the lead roles. But the script here is meandering and even more ridiculous than you'd expect it to be. And then what's more, the human characters never really come alive. And when you've got Chris Pratt and Jeff Goldblum, two of the most charismatic actors in Hollywood, and they both end up sort of being lifeless on screen and two-dimensional, you've got a problem. Like you said, it's still going to win the box office. Fans are going to go see it, and it's still going to spawn a sequel. In fact, the setup for the sequel is kind of intriguing. But on that sequel, they better deliver something special. Otherwise, this one's going to go extinct.
All right, so put a little caution light up.
Absolutely.
That one, if you're not a huge fan.
Correct.
All right. All right. The next one is a Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, now this is one I absolutely loved. And you'd think it's a documentary about Mr. Rogers. You'd say, okay, just straightforward profile. But this ends up being a lot more. It's directed by Morgan Neville, who won an Oscar, I think, in 2013 for his documentary 20 Feet from Stardom about rock and roll backup singers. And here he gives you that intimate personal profile of Fred Rogers, the star, of course, of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And he's got archival footage of Mr. Rogers. He talks to his widow, his children, his co-stars, his crew. And so you do learn a lot about Mr. Rogers, but then on another level, it sort of reminds us of what Mr. Rogers' guiding principle was, and that is every child is precious, which is really something I think we all probably need to reflect on a little bit right now. In my review online on NOLA.com and in the Times-Picayune, I think my headline said it all. I declared this one the best superhero movie of 2018.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great. That's a great line. All right, and then finally, a movie about a heist of artwork.
Right, yeah, this is American Animals. It's a little indie, so it's only in limited release. It stars Evan Peters as one of a group of guys, and this is based on a real story, guys who set out to pull off a heist to steal a priceless collection of John J. Audubon artwork. And the critical consensus on this is that you get a good heist film, but then it digs a little deeper and explores sort of the male psyche and the male groupthink. So it actually ends up elevating it beyond what your average heist film would be.
Well, we won't do a spoiler here about whether they get away with it, but I imagine you could probably Google that. But that would be a personal decision based on what you want your movie experience to be.
Precisely.
Gotcha. All right. A meandering Jurassic World.
And more ridiculous than you'd expect.
You're in trouble when the movie critic says you're meandering. Mike Scott, thanks as always.
Thank you.